Welcome, everybody, back to Compas FC. I'm Fernando Ramirez. We got a loaded show for you guys. With me, as always, JC Cervantes, Eddie Rodriguez. JC, how are you doing?
Oh, just waiting on time. Time heals all.
Eddie, how are you doing?
It's a loaded show. That's crazy, bro.
It is. It always just jam-packed when you get the three of us together.
Feel like
Don't worry,
Russian
guys.
roulette loaded.
There is no Dan and Dago today. No secret surprise. He got a little home. He got home late from that Chargers game, so
Did he now?
So he went to bed early today. But
Sunday night. Today's Monday.
I know there's still
that man's
a
making
Dan
up
and Dago question
excuses.
of the day. So be ready for that one.
Step up your game, champ.
Obviously, we'll be talking about the robbery that happened in Paris today. Everybody's like, robbery, yeah,
multiple
yeah,
robberies.
Exactly. The Man City Man U game, Real Madrid Barcelona, and is there a new Mexican national star in Europe that's taken over Europe? No, we're not talking about Memo Ochoa for all you people out there.
Depends who you ask.
Love them from Memo Ochoa, but all right, let's get into it. Obviously, Lionel Messi was presented with his 8th Ballon D'Or on
Sound the alarms.
Monday.
It's a robbery.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start it off with you guys. JC, you seem like you're the most animated for this, so let's get it going with you. What did you think about him winning it?
This is a stick up. 5 penalties win you a Ballon d'Or. The prestigious trophy we all once aspired to win as kids, just playing the ball, on those weekend pitches, is now gone to crap. And you can thank a couple of bad promoters, FIFA fixing trophies, the Qataris and all this, the list goes on. Still waiting on financial fair play rules to come and kick in for multiple 100+ charges. And this just adds to the list. But, apparently, riding the bench to a League One championship and a couple penalties that are unjustified over a World Cup in the winter now wins you a Ballon d'Or. So Haaland busted his ass and won a treble and absolutely just took Man City to heights that they never thought possible. And Pep got bailed out once again, gets snubbed by Messi. So
not just that, JC, but you've been on it. How didn't Kevin De Bruyne be like? He was,
he's not even top 3, bro.
5th or 6th, something like that. Like,
how does De Bruyne, like, where's City right now without De Bruyne? Exactly. Looking for answers, and they can't find them because Foden's not that guy. Kovacic never was going to be that guy. Gundogan walked to Barca because they can't afford a Spotify subscription, so they have to sign with them to get them for free. And, here we are. Now we're giving away Ballon d'Ors to anybody and everybody. Good job, FIFA. I don't know where they get off still ranking this trophy as a top trophy, but it's in shambles. And it's just a reflection of the game and who runs and organizes the game. And all hail Papa Perez. And let's go ahead and start the Super League now because this is getting old.
Eddie, what did you make of this?
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous that, like JC said, that you win the World Cup based on a lot of controversy. Not only that, but you were pre-tournament ranked the best team to win it. So you were kind of expected to win it. But, Haaland here, what he was able to do for Man City and finally get Pep over that hump, that's been biting him for these past couple of years when he was at Bayern. Couldn't do it there. Couldn't do it for City for years.
The same team that won a treble, he couldn't do anything with.
And they wouldn't, which is now the second English treble ever. So the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League. And
with 115 financial fair play breaches.
Haaland broke all kinds of individual records that season alone. I don't know, man. This award to me stopped meaning something a long time ago. Even before all this, I think even when 2018, when Luka Modric won it, like I think that year, I think Cristiano should have won it. we can go back and talk about how Ribery deserved the award when Cristiano won it that year. I'm all for that.
Iniesta never won it.
2010, how come Schneider didn't win it and they gave it to Messi? Schneider was playing the ball of his life, won the treble for Inter, got to the World Cup final, carried that Netherlands team, and we don't hear about him getting it.
And also, it was split between him and Iniesta, and they didn't go to neither one.
So
no, and the crazy part is that for all you audio listeners, Erling Haaland stats: 53 games, 52 goals, 9 assists. The Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, Super Cup, PL Golden Boot, UCL Golden Boot, European Gold Shoe, PFA Player of the Season, Young POTS, and I sent you guys this tweet earlier that like Golazo was like, oh well, Messi dominated in the World Cup, then went back to PSG and dominated there. What the hell did PSG
he
win?
Didn't do anything.
Bro, when you're at PSG, you get based on whether or not you go to the Champions League final and win it, right?
Yeah.
No one cares about Ligue 1, with all due respect. No one cares that you're gonna go win that trophy or whatever it is, right? That's a league that no one's trying to pay the broadcasting rights for. Like, that's how bad that league is. And Messi went there and made that team worse.
Yeah.
With all honesty, he made that team worse. Let's call it what it is. I saw a post saying that he had like 40-something goals, but like 15 of those goals were international friendlies, and international friendly goals don't count towards your overall tally.
But they had to fit him in there.
But they had to fit him in there to make it look like, oh, look at this. Like, again, one of the biggest robberies. France football is a complete joke. You're the ones who hand out this award, and they seem to have a Messi obsession because it's like every year, even if he's not a horrible year, he's in the conversation. I don't understand. It is what it is.
And by the way, he doesn't show up if he's going to lose. That's another.
How does Rodri?
With all due respect, we can make the argument, right, that okay, how come Mbappe didn't get it? Mbappe took France and carried France to the World Cup final. Scored
no Benzema.
Scored more goals in the Uber One Eats League or whatever than Messi did. Did a lot more for France.
Played more minutes,
right? And how come he didn't get it? Well, they gave it to Luka Modric in 2018. Like, let's come on now. Like,
and not just that, but we're going based off of last year. What about when Real Madrid were down 2-0 to PSG?
Yeah,
Messi had a chance to kick a penalty the game before to essentially put him up 3-0, and he got blocked by Thibaut Courtois. In that next game, when they came back and beat him 3-2, Messi didn't do anything to help the team out. So it's like you see all these different things, and if anything, he kind of poisoned the locker room. I mean, you've heard the little snippets from Sergio Ramos and other guys kind of coming out and being like, we were a selfish team, and they got a manager fired and everything. I just don't.
But just look at this. Osimhen is ranked lower than Alvarez. Alvarez rides the bench for Man City.
That's another
thing. And pause real quick. So we got a 30-man list here. This was the official ranking of how this voting, quote unquote, right? Dr. Evil Fingers voting went about. You got Messi 1, Haaland 2, Mbappe 3, De Bruyne 4, Rodri 5, Vinicius 6. How does Rodri get ranked higher than Vinicius? I don't know. A holding mid now ranked top 5 players in the whole world, right? N'Golo Kante never. Kante never has been ranked top 5, but Rodri top 5, right?
And I'm going to be honest.
Got Alvarez 7, who rides the bench and scored 10 goals this season, and then Osimhen, who just catapults Napoli into like a whole league that they hadn't won in over 20 years. Then Bernardo Silva 9, Modric 10, Salah 11, Lewa 12, Bonu 13, and then the list goes on from there, right?
But to me, like, I'll even point out Modric. Like Gundogan had a better season last year than Modric did. How is he not higher?
And Gundogan was the one that was bailing him out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And because of Gundogan, they won a treble and they beat Man United. You saw what happened. De Gea couldn't block a ball to save his life for being in the right place, and we saw what Gundogan did, and here we are still living it, right?
Who are these 100 journalists from the top 100 FIFA ranked countries voting year in and year out to give it to Messi. Like,
it's worse than U.S. politics getting.
I want to know who the U.S.
representative
is,
right? But I
there you go.
I can't
Even
understand it for the life of me.
I can't
understand this for the life of me. I thought for sure it could have gone to Haaland or De Bruyne. I don't understand how Messi's even in this conversation, really.
I don't even think Messi's top 10 on this list.
Bro, if we're all being honest with each other, like, they should have lost to the Netherlands. He should have seen a red card. That never happened. They should have not seen so many pens that World Cup.
Come on, man. DePaul shouldn't be playing. Come on. It's honestly,
and honestly, like I've said this for a long time, right?
It is stupid.
Dibu Martinez had the tournament of his life in the World Cup, right? I'm not taking nothing away from it on that. But for him to get the best goalkeeper award, he wasn't the best goalkeeper all season. He was the best goalkeeper for 4 weeks.
He wasn't even better than the Morocco goalkeeper.
This is ridiculous.
So here's the criteria to be a Ballon d'Or winner. It says individual performance, crucial actions, and impressive on-the-field behavior, vital role in the team, and honors. Be fair play, and classy on the field. So let me ask you guys, is this classy?
Yeah, Mr. FIFA right there. Handballs.
Like, can you imagine? Like, he literally
that there should have been a second yellow.
Very impactful.
That right there. That is what I always refer to. That should have been a second yellow, but because the guy reffing the game used to ref his Barcelona games in Spain.
And what a coincidence, he retires from football altogether right after that World Cup.
So I have right here.
Don't math.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, to me, and I know Eddie mentioned a long time ago that this thing hasn't been the same. But I mean, if you really look at it, like Cristiano obviously should have 6, but I know that Eddie said that there's one teetering between Cristiano and somebody else. But in 2021, it should have been Robert Lewandowski. He should have been the Virgil van Dijk. I know everybody was hyping him that year.
That boy's average at best. Where's he been at?
But Neymar did.
Yeah, I think Neymar did deserve it. Yeah,
Neymar was the catalyst for that team to go and win that treble.
Mm-hmm. And even Suarez could have won it that year in 2015.
And if we're talking about World Cup, Iniesta hit the game winner against in that
and won the same trophies that Messi did at Barcelona
and broke the Spain curse.
Exactly, like. All of it, and well, but here they're gonna. Well, you heard what Messi said.
Well, look, you gotta understand.
I want to, because guess what? Today is Maradona's birthday, and this is the craziest part about the whole thing. Messi said, "Wherever you are," well, I'm like, "Damn, wherever you are, I want to wish you a happy birthday." And obviously, but it's all like everything just seems like it's so well thought out. Like, oh, it just happens to be on October 30th, like. I remember the Ballon d'Or kind of being more towards November or December in the past year. They made it October, and it just happened to fall on Maradona's birthday. And people were like, "Oh, this is perfect. Messi wins it for Maradona." And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." Like,
this is how crazy this is, right? Like, UEFA and FIFA get together to do that one cookie cutter trophy, the Super Finale, whatever you want to call it, where Argentina played Italy or whatever.
Garbage.
That was only the second time they ever do that and host that little trophy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. If you're gonna tell me
it's not even a real rivalry
and say
it's more of a rivalry. It's literally more of a rivalry for Argentina than it is for Italy. They could care less.
The media chose Messi, but the world chose Ronaldo. No matter how many trophies and awards you rob, you will never have the streets.
But look, champ, it's not even about Ronaldo. This trophy was never going to go to him, right? This trophy was supposed to go to Haaland or De Bruyne.
Mm-hmm. It's a new world.
You know, if you want to shock the world, we just gave it to Mbappe, right? You know, and I don't think many people would have been mad at that. But
I don't understand how their own French people turn their back on their
won the best striker of the year.
Here's your consolation
trophy. Yeah. Here's your consolation trophy. Best striker of the year.
That's crazy. But keep on going. My bad, Eddie, with what you were saying.
No, I just, people keep saying there's no conspiracy, but
y'all see the new Disney movie coming out?
Yeah.
There needs to be something. But I don't know. This trophy to me is meaningless at this point. Like I was thinking and hoping they did the right thing and gave it to the right people and the people that I think they deserve it to restore their credibility. But no, that's not what they chose.
This is the crazy part too, is that I know,
and he's in MLS now.
There's
now
a player
MLS players win Ballon D'Or.
Oh, and I'm gonna get to that, by the way. There's a player right now that's boiling, and I know he is. Like, look at these. Like, this has been the last few Ballon d'Ors for Mbappe. Like, he's just, he's sick to his stomach.
How come he didn't win it when France won the World Cup? Oh, because they gave it to Luka Modric.
Yeah, breakout player of the year.
But
was he like 19?
I'm gonna be honest though.
But look at that comment. That's what you get for playing at PSG. Aston Villa give him a bigger spotlight. Okay, how does that make sense, bro?
No, but I'm not even talking about that. This is what I was.
No, but I'm saying that's the point though. Like all of a sudden we're gonna downgrade PSG, but when Messi rides the bench in PSG and just uses PSG as a catapult to go and play and to go play for Argentina in a month tournament that was cooked for him, and he just scores pens and he's gonna win a World Cup.
You know what that feels like, to be honest? That like this little new play-in tournament that the NBA is doing halfway through the season to go to Vegas, play a couple like that's exactly like how do you stop a whole season to go send players to the World Cup and then have them come back? Like Benzema was already hurt going into that World Cup. Then he gets sent home. It's like, dude, this is so dumb. But I'm gonna be honest. This could have all been avoided, and I'm not saying.
And honestly, I'm telling you, I already told you, he's not going to Madrid, bro. He's
I know.
Cook up,
huh?
PSG.
You said what?
I'm pretty sure he's not leaving PSG anymore, man.
No. But so that's not.
And even if he goes to Madrid, he's not winning the Ballon d'Or.
Well, because
they're fixed on it. They're fixed on it.
No, I know, but this is my thing though. If he would have gone when he should have 2 years ago, when it was ready, it looked like it was going to happen. He probably would have won it by now, but it's not just Madrid. It's not just Madrid. I'm saying as a whole, like if he would have gone to Liverpool, if he would have gone to a bigger club, I think he would have already won one by now. But the thing is, he's still staying at PSG. Why? Because PSG are giving him everything that he wants. They already shipped out Neymar. The other idiot's gone. Like, no. And I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, well, don't sit there all pissed off, like knowing that these guys, they're not going to back you. They're going to back this other dude who's 36 years old. Like, I get it. Like, I get you're pissed off, but at the same time, it's kind of your own.
No, but his age doesn't make it be 36 years old. But if he was really balling out like they're saying he was, then all means give it to him. But that wasn't the case. He was not balling out. He was getting bailed out by Enzo, Di Maria, McAllister, and Divo Martinez.
McAllister, man.
People are trying to act like he had the tournament of his life. Like he was scoring magical goals. Like, bro, he was scoring penalties. Like,
I think this is a kick in the nuts, by the way. Messi, Haaland, and Mbappe will win the Ballon d'Or one day. Erling deserved it very, very much too. He has won the Premier League champions while being the top scorer of everything. The award could have been yours today too. I'm sure in the next few years you will win it. What the hell kind of crap is that? Like, do you really think you're being?
Hey, I know I just robbed you from your trophy today, but if it makes you feel better, you'll win it one year. Yeah,
like
that's basically what he said.
It's literally, and guess what? And I'll tell you right now, he won this little bullshit trophy with what's it called? He won this little BS trophy with Miami FC. I bet you that's going to put him in the top 3 next year for Ballon d'Or.
That little cup.
Yeah, he won like some community shield or something like this.
Bro, he's 14th in the league, man. Like I don't want to hear it.
Can you guys really say that PSG improved with Messi, and now that he's gone, like they feel the effects and they miss him and everything? No, hell no. There's like it's just sad to see what the Ballon d'Or has become, and why do they do it? So that they can say, oh, Cristiano only has 5, he has 8, and they knew that as soon as Neymar left, this dude was done winning Champions Leagues. And that's when they switched the narrative and they said, hey, it's not all about the Champions League. It's about the Ballon d'Or. Well, Cristiano catches him. Well, it's not just about the Ballon d'Or. It's also about La Liga or this or that. And now they obviously made him go. And then, now it's all about the World Cup. When a couple of years ago, they were like, well, the World Cup isn't everything. Like, just like with Messi, it's always they're moving the goalpost.
They want to go and change the format and make it every 2 years instead of every 4 years.
You gotta fit the narrative.
And that's the thing. And I'm gonna go back to it, but like with Cristiano, like I know obviously he hasn't won as many trophies as Messi, but like you could tell the impact that he's had around the league, around the world. Leagues. Like guys are doing, like there's people in the NFL that do a celebration. Who was just in London? There was an NFL team that was in London.
Dolphins.
It was the Bills.
Yeah. The Bills? Oh, Stephon Diggs. Yep. Thank you. Stephon Diggs did the Cristiano Ronaldo. Like. No. You guys saw what happened at I don't know if you guys watched the Ngannou.
All of Tottenham.
I don't know if you guys watched the Ngannou versus Tyson Fury fight, but Cristiano Ronaldo showed up and everybody's like, "Oh wow!" Like even him and Conor McGregor kind of went up and kind of looked like they were about to box or whatever. But yeah, exactly. But it's so sad to see what this has become because we all know that he didn't deserve this at all. I mean,
yeah, and the trophy's gone to crap. You know, you're ruining kids' dreams. Good job, FIFA. Way to keep making things
France
worse.
Football is just ridiculous, dude. Like, I don't know.
It's FIFA that keeps.
They've had a Messi obsession forever, and like, if this doesn't prove that obsession, then I don't know what does.
My question is, who's next, though?
It doesn't even matter anymore. You can just
like no, like who's next? Like they're gonna have to move this.
It's gonna take someone like Mbappe, Vinny, Jude to say, I'm gonna skip that shit. Like I don't really care about that.
That's why I was kind of disappointed.
Even if I'm gonna win it, like, and I know I'm gonna win it, I don't care. Like
I know Mbappe went there. I mean, Vinny went there today to win the humanitarian award, and then Bellingham obviously got
the young
player, but
chip it.
But like I would have missed. I would have been like, I'm not going to go to that, especially with. But the thing is, these guys like
practice.
Yeah, these guys want to be like politically correct in that sense that they want to be like, oh hey,
they ain't doing nothing for me.
Yeah,
I'm ship it, send it. You don't show up to the Oscars, you don't show up to the Grammys, send it. You got the address.
Yeah, Will Smith can't show up either.
I got practice. No thanks.
Will Smith did that all, slapped Chris Rock and everything,
and he got played.
I know.
He was getting, come on, bro. If you knew the whole time you went with your girl and you getting mad that this man made a joke, get out of here.
But all right, let's move on. Obviously, speaking of Erling Haaland, Man City beat Man
More
U
robberies
0 over the weekend on Sunday, I believe. And I was on my way to LA, so I didn't really watch this match. So I'm gonna let JC and Eddie take this one. Eddie, what happened here? Why did Man City win this game?
It's just, football is it's a sport about momentum, and Man United had all the momentum, great intensity, finding ways to cause problems for City. And then all of a sudden you get this quote unquote penalty awarded in favor of Man City. And when you look at the replay, you start questioning, like, where's the contact? Like Højlund barely made any contact. I forgot on who it was.
On Rodri. He let him go.
Extremely soft penalty. I understand it myself. And that just changed the course of the game. I will say, though, really the only positive I got from this is that Onana is looking a lot more confident. It looked like that showing the Champions League night maybe, boosted his confidence, and he looked like a proper keeper that day. Because if it wasn't for him, the scoreline could have been 7-8-0. Let's be honest. But again, where's Rashford? Nowhere to be seen. Anonymous. Anthony, I don't know. It's not looking like he's it. So, I'm a staunch Ten Hag supporter, but I think questions need to start being asked about why is the team playing like this? You go from playing some great football last season to now not so great. And I understand the on-field distractions haven't helped, the Anthony situation, the Jadon Sancho situation, the things surrounding the club and who, who's going to purchase it, who's not going to purchase it, and things like that can definitely affect the football club and the players. And you can say, oh, we'll just be professional and get on with it. But, let's be real. Those things do matter. To get beat like this at home, it's disappointing, especially because last year, playing at home was such a fortress. Like no one could beat Man U at home last season, and this season looks like anyone could beat us. Like Brighton beat us, Brentford, and now Man City. So yeah, it's a tough loss, but it's just it's amounting more pressure onto Ten Hag, and I don't see him lasting much longer if this is the same thing that's going to keep happening, week in and week out.
JC, what did you make of this game?
First of all, don't blame the gaffer. He had his tactics right the first 30 minutes. City didn't have a shot within the game. He had him figured out. And with the injured team, he started Evans and Maguire in the back, and
what did you think about not starting Varane because of tactics?
That's fine. He had him where he wanted him. We just didn't have an outlet up top. You tried sending long balls to Rashford, but he couldn't run or put an effort or a shift in to save his life. But there he was posting on Instagram how cool Jude Bellingham was and all this other mumbo jumbo. That's irrelevant. You got to go and start blaming players, and you got to hold accountability. Bruno didn't show up like a proper captain. He was just out there with a long face all day, and he's like, here we go again. And it's like, no, man, like your team's looking for you for an answer, and your team's looking for you to be the captain. You're not being it. This is what happens. You see a lot of long faces. You get hit with a little controversy. What you're going to do? Fight or flight? The team flew. Nobody fought back. And the only one that was locked in the game for full 90 was Højlund. The only one. McTominay was playing a different game the whole time. Couldn't pay a pass to save his life. Every single time he got the ball, he basically lost possession. You see how much you're missing a Casemiro. You see how much more you need to invest into the team. And this is what happens when you don't give the coach the players he needs. Again, United, ownership's giving us the bed. We're loaning more players than we're buying them. You're not getting players his top talent. You're not getting the coach's top talented players he needs. And this is what happens. It's not a surprising result. It's a frustrating result. The team's not ready to compete versus these billion-dollar squads. Are we spending the money? Yes. Are we spending in the right places? No, because we don't have somebody up top that can properly, negotiate and get the coach the right players. Mason Mount, where are you? Where are you, Mason Mount? Where are you? You're doing all this for England and you're all this for that, and you already got one coach fired. You're going to get another one fired? Come on, man. All these guys are prima donnas and getting overpaid for nothing. Rashford, I told you guys last season was a fluke. I'm right again. And here we are.
JC, speaking of that,
I told you.
He's not a
last
fluke.
year was just he's a fluke. Where's he at? How many more excuses you got?
I don't know.
How many more? When's he going to show up? He's been playing for the team for like 10 years, bro, and he's not done a thing. Yeah. But one season scored 20 goals. Whoop-de-doo, bro. Rashford, best season. Cristiano's worst season. Come on, give me a break, bro. Don't put this guy like out here. Like, stop. Like, Hazard is better than Rashford right now. Hey, Martinelli is better than Rashford.
Martinelli.
Right Saka's better than Rashford.
Don't start, bro.
Don't give me a break. And then Nike's talking about giving him.
Mudryk is better than him.
Hell yeah, right now he's got more goals and assists in him this season, bro. Come on, bro. Where's he at?
You rate Martinelli now?
Bottom feeder. All of those guys.
You rate Martinelli now? Relax.
They're better than Rashford.
Chill.
They're all bottom 10.
Yeah, I'll give you Saka, but you ain't gonna give me no Martinelli talk right now, bro. Stop.
You saw he went around the keeper. Rashford 1v1 in the goalie. Don't know what to do.
Martinelli's barely better than Anthony. Like, you gonna say Martinelli in there, bro? Come on.
They're all better than Rashford. And here you go defending the bum again, looking foolish on TV. Go run the tapes back. Look at you looking dumb. Come on now, let the guy go. He's useless. He's cooked up scum. He ain't nothing better than Dele Alli. And there you are still defending him. Come on.
JC, with that, you just unlocked the Dan and Dago question of the day. He wants to know, what would you do with Rashford if you were the gaffer?
What do you mean, what would I do? I'd do him worse than Sancho. Forward. I'll do him worse than Sancho. The guy's exiled. And then Nike's talking about giving him a signature boot for what? For what? For what? What is he done?
I mean, I think JC's a little extreme. I think you do need to bench him. I think you need to bench him. His performances haven't been there. You
500K a week for what?
You bench Maguire, bench Rashford. If no one's giving you the performance you need, throw the kids in there. Like, I don't understand. Throw Garnacho in there. Throw Hannibal in there. If Ahmad is coming back from injury,
it's not fair to these kids. It's not fair to these kids. You get a 500K a week contract, you play to it. Off for what?
And I'm with you on that. 100%. I even told Fernando that. I was like,
you're not gonna go and dump it all on the kids now. Like, here you go, kids, go bail me out.
No, but you gotta bench Rashford. No. You gotta bench Rashford. You can't just keep giving him starts. You can't give him starts.
And then they'll send him somewhere else. The guy's got to go on again.
You can't.
He's useless and he's toxic. He got Cristiano kicked out my club.
He needs to get benched.
And he needs to go.
He needs to get
Like, he's
benched.
trash.
Or Ten Hag needs to send him out to the Netherlands on a personal training program like he did Sancho.
I don't care. Get him off
James
my
Harden
team.
just got traded to the Clippers.
James Harden, bro. James Harden ain't gonna do nothing at the Clippers, bro. Don't hype that.
That's wild.
Woj just tweeted it out right
That's
now.
crazy. Paul George hopefully off the team. That's another Rashford type bum.
I'm surprised.
That's another Rashford type bum right there.
But
yeah, the squad's not really there to compete. We had them on the ropes. We got fake penalties called against us. We can't get a handball versus Tottenham. You can't get the same foul versus Arsenal when Saliba, or what was it, Gabriel or Saliba that was just draped all over Hojlund. Even worse than that, the guy can't even receive or turn to have a shot on a clear-cut goal. But now we pick and choose every time what goals to call. 115 charges on Man City, no charges. Call it what you want, man. Like you're playing the game backwards. Your ownership is garbage, and you can't compete. There's too many off the field distractions, and the scapegoat's going to be Ten Hag. Nah, man, it's the same thing every year with every coach. One year you go all in, the second year you don't go all in. I alluded to this a long time ago. This was written in the stars, and this is what's going to happen. And I'm not gonna go and be like, play all the kids. No, it's not fair to them, man. Like these bums that are up there up front need to do their job.
Like I said, you gotta bench them. You gotta start benching people. You can't just keep put them.
You literally have one guy.
If they're not producing for you,
have one player in attack.
For you need a bench.
You literally have one.
I don't care how much you're getting paid.
Just Hojlund is the only guy you have a top, and he's 20 years old. Like, it doesn't make sense.
And what sucks is that, like, I thought when Bruno kind of got hot with Portugal, I thought, oh, you know what? Bruno's going to come in. He's going to get hot over here.
There's nobody behind him defending. Yeah. It's shaky back there. He's not receiving. He's not in the position. He's not in the places. The captaincy is just too big for him right now. He doesn't have the supporting role pieces. And I hate this whole I need help mentality. Bro, do your job. Do your part. You're not even doing your part. Like, if you can't even do your part, and that's all it is. Like, Hog's really trying to get the most out of him and make him be this playmaker that he can be. But I just don't know where it's falling apart, because it looks like he takes everything he's getting taught and he does it in Portugal, but he doesn't bring it home. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he does it everywhere else. Do it here. And I get it, man. You see it on the pitch. Hojlund doesn't play Rashford the ball. Rashford doesn't play the Hojlund. There's a huge disconnect. And there's a lot of issues in the box, and everybody just wants to be famous.
I just don't get what Rashford's fascination is with not looking up and not making the pass. Like, he's
got a rock for a brain. He's not a footballer.
That's exactly what Eddie and I were talking about on Saturday. Like, there was a play in the Barcelona Real Madrid game where Rodrigo got the ball. Like, they stole the ball. I think it was like Bellingham or somebody stole the ball. They gave it to Rodrigo. Rodrigo takes off and he tries to shoot and he hits it over the net. And Vinicius on the other side, like, by himself, and he's looking and he's like, dude, like, pass me the damn ball. Don't just
go
up.
And shared brain. If you see Scott Tomahay in the first 10 minutes has a wide open Hojlund on the right, and what does he do? With 4 players in front of him and a goalkeeper, shoots it. Are you fucking dumb? You got a wide open Hojlund on the right, and your dumb rock for a brain crap bird head doesn't want to lay it off to the guy wide open on the right, who's just gonna bang it in with his left foot. Ederson already on his knees, defeated, man. It's a whole different game. And I'm not blaming the gaffer, because he doesn't have anything to play with. You kidding me? Evans, Maguire, Varane, who is like, you can't start Varane because the guy plays 3 games consecutively and his hamstring's done. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want to talk about Varane? The guy plays 3 games and he's injured.
How long until Casemiro comes back?
Whenever his hamstring's better.
I mean, honestly, I think what messed up Man United the most was Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka going down. I think if Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka don't go down, then defensively we're much better. We're more sound. And then you can start playing Harry Maguire again next to Evans or whatever. But, not having Luke Shaw be that outlet that he was all last season has definitely affected the team. I mean, definitely Wan-Bissaka, I think defensively will always offer you more than Dalot, right? Dalot's better offensively. Wan-Bissaka is better defensively. But again, Wan-Bissaka was coming into his own, also being that offensive outlet, doing more, pushing up. And that's missing from the team. You don't have a 2-way defender like that on either flank.
And you frankly you don't need them. Let the offensive players do their
I think
job.
you do need them.
You don't have a left wing. You don't have a real right wing.
The way we found success last season was these right and left backs would come on into the midfield.
Because, like I said,
Casemiro would drop between the center backs, and that was perfect.
You don't have a left and a right wing. That's why you're relying on left and right backs to go all the way up. You don't have them.
We were doing that last season, champ. That's what you.
But that's what I'm saying.
We were doing it last season, and because we were doing it so effectively last season, that's why Rashford was able to shine. That's why Anthony didn't look super bad. He looked bad, but not like this bad.
He is garbage. Stop defending the bum. How are you going to rely on your left and your right back to be your offensive power? They're there to defend.
No, that's modern tactics, modern football.
It ain't modern tactics. It ain't modern football. Your defenders are not supposed to score. Your left and right wingers
they're not scoring.
Pedestal and you drool all over them.
They're there as outlets. I'm not saying they're scoring.
Are left and right backs supposed to get paid $500K a week?
I'm not saying they're scoring.
Are left and right backs supposed to get $500K a week?
You're missing the point.
I know that is the point. Defenders are not there to score. Defenders are not there to produce goals.
They're not there to score. They're not there to score, but they're there
to advance the tactics. And your left winger can go and ride the bench and write a million.
Man United is a transition team. They are not a team that's going to hold possession the majority of the time. And you cannot have a good transition when you don't have proper left and right backs. That you just can't. You cannot. Yes, you can. Yes, you do. You need them.
Why are you deferring the blame from this bum? You keep deferring the blame from this bum. Yeah, you are.
I'm telling you.
You keep talking about left and right back.
I'm talking tactics.
That's the new excuse.
I'm talking tactics.
And that's the new excuse.
I'm talking tactics.
You're making excuses. Nope, you're talking about left and right backs. Dalot was up there all game. Didn't do nothing.
Dalot's a liability defensively.
He was up there all game. Yeah,
I'll be up there all game too when I have nothing to lose. If I'm losing 2-0, I'm going to stay up there. Like, I have nothing to lose no more.
And your left winger that don't do a goddamn thing ain't got nothing to lose either, and he can't even give a pass for a goal. Make it make sense. $500K a week for what?
Yeah, I mean, bench the guy at this point, like I said.
You got one attacker, and you're talking about defenders going and taking the lead and attacking. It's all
about tactics, bro. If the tactics are not there, no one's going to perform.
There you go. The tactics were there.
What's changed from last season to this season?
The injuries.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
I'm not talking about defenders attacking. I'm talking about defenders defending. You can't defend, guy. Listen, your left and right wingers are not producing.
We need two-way players in those positions because as you defend, then you get the best out of your attacking players because we're a transitional
team. You can't get it regardless. They're wide open.
Transitional football. We don't.
Your boy had a wide open ball, and what did he do?
We don't play.
What did he do with the wide open pass he had in the second half?
That's not Man United's strong suit. That's never been.
They gave him a peach of a ball, 1v1. Rashford, what did he do? Choked. Couldn't even possess the ball. Couldn't even control it. But there you are talking about left backs. Give me a break.
Download my masterclass, guy. You need help.
A left back, really. Now the defenders got to go and bail out attackers. All right, here we go. New lies coming up.
Hey, Jude.
Look at you.
Nah.
Don't start, bro.
Nah.
Don't start.
So obviously, Real Madrid faced Barcelona. Gundogan had a good opening goal. I mean, I say good because
miscommunication.
It bounced off of Alaba. Gundogan was the only. Every other Barcelona player was just standing there. He runs up, he follows through, and he hits that goal. Right around the 66th minute, Jude Bellingham just unleashes a rocket tap in from distance. I mean, because that's all he's known for. He just taps it in. He's like Happy Gilmore and Chubbs. What Chubbs said, tap it in,
like Chicharito.
And then obviously a good play late from I think it was Carvajal, passed it to Modric. Modric kind of tries to shoot, but I think he pops it up.
I think he's trying to control the ball and missed the timing on the control. And got a lucky bounce. Let's be honest.
It did. And then Jude just put it in between Ter Stegen's feet, and they won a Clasico. Obviously, after the game, Xavi made a lot of excuses, saying we should have won this game. They didn't deserve it.
Eddie over here.
He said at one point. he said at one point he's gonna stop having the magical touch and the balls aren't just gonna fall at his
But
feet
not
and
today.
stuff. So, so yeah. So the legend continues to grow. Now Bellingham for Real Madrid, 13 games, 13 goals, 3 assists. Just Eddie, we were both watching the game there together.
I loved it.
You were pissing off Barcelona fans left and right. Just what did you make of this game?
I mean, I think, I was there before halftime telling you what subs I thought Ancelotti had to make in order for them to regain control of the game. And that's exactly what happened. But also, first half, we saw how frustrated Vinicius was because he doesn't have that striker to lay the ball off to, right? And so then you see things like where Rodrigo is just running with his head down and not knowing what to do. Clumsy goal to concede.
Vinicius got speared at freaking.
Well, yeah, look. So clumsy goal to concede. I think Alaba and Rudiger, lack of communication. Gundogan, pounced on it and scored the goal or whatever. But then again, like Gavi, people hype this kid too much, bro. He's there hitting everybody, committing fouls, trying to be a pest. Like people are saying he had a world-class game. I didn't see that from him. Like we must be watching two different games. Whatever. Ferran Torres.
Sounds like somebody else we know.
Ferran Torres spears Vinny, right? No ball. Clearly is going towards the player. Gets a yellow for that. I think that's a red card. You're endangering your opponent. But does Madrid get that call? Absolutely not. But just Jude Bellingham being Jude Bellingham put the team on his back once again, scored a screamer from outside the box, 30 yards. Say what you want, say that was a keeper's error, that Ter Stegen could have done better, but with that type of pace and that much power behind it, like you could put a strong hand to it, but it could still go in, and that's exactly what happened. And people want to say that the second goal was lucky. In a sense, it was, but also before the goal, you should see Jude's movement and his run. And that's what allowed him to be so open in the box to get the ball in case of a mistake, in case of an error, in case of something lucky like that happening. After the loss, Gundogan came out.
Maybe Jude should be the one doing this.
Hey, chill out, bro. And then, what I will say,
he's being smart. That's why I was saying
he don't need nobody.
There's only one Barcelona player saying all the right things, and that was Gundogan. Because after the game, he said, "Well, I'm kind of disappointed that we lost, and I'm not seeing that frustration from my teammates. I don't see that desire to win. I don't see this and that." Like he basically came out and called them out for what he sees like a lack of winning mentality. This guy's won it all.
I think he was also taking a shot at his manager as well.
Well, this guy's won it all, right? So for him to come out and say things like that, like, yeah, look, where's the intensity? I'm pissed that we lost, like the way we lost, like, let's call it what it is. But the headline definitely is Jude Bellingham does it again.
But it's like you said, Camavinga, Modric, and
I literally said that before halftime. I said, Jose Lu, right?
Came in
because he needed a body on top to at least try to lay the ball off or something. But
he had a chance in one of those.
You need Camavinga to come in, and you need Modric to come in, and you need Kroos to come out, because I think Kroos wasn't really affecting the game the way he wanted to. And yeah, as soon as those subs happen, then you see a completely different Madrid. And this is what happened. Barcelona fans at the bar, me and Fernando were just laughing.
For both goals, JC, they had an excuse.
For everything, they had an excuse.
Yeah, more excuses than somebody on the spot, yeah.
Yeah, this guy. And then they try to justify how Jude Bellingham's second goal was offside. I don't know how, but they try to say he was offside.
It came from behind all the way through.
Kind of crazy.
JC, what did you make of this game?
They fell into Ancelotti's trap. This is Ancelotti ball. Give them the first 45, go to the drawing board, make your subs, play your pieces, win the game. Jude Bellingham with a masterclass strike, hit a worldie, should be on the Puskas list, because, everybody's favorite goalkeeper got cooked.
By the way, when he won that award today, Look at what happened when he won the award for Young Player of the Year. You're gonna get a kick out of this.
Let's look at young Jude.
Watch this.
While we get this sled load. Look at
So Saturday, you scored two goals. Sorry, what an amazing start! The classic.
Your hair looks nice.
Scored two goals. Sorry, what an amazing start!
Nice hair there, Church Sturgeon.
Bro, is that a rug, or did it really get the nice transplants? Because I don't know.
He got them transplants, bro. He's at the Cristiano Ronaldo hair transplant.
Oh, yeah, probably, huh?
He's out there with Rooney. But no, I mean, I just feel like they played into Ancelotti's trap. He's always played the waiting game. He's never been quick to play all his pieces in the first half. He knows he's got a deep bench that he can go and call on, and he's going to play his pieces the way he needs to. It was more or less on Xavi to go and win the game in the first 45 minutes, and he didn't. He didn't capitalize. And, that team still has a lot of holes, and they're very arrogant and cocky for the wrong reasons. They got gifted a La Liga, and they think the world owes them everything, and here they are getting punched in the nose by a Jude Bellingham wonder strike, and then a beautiful positioning. And people have to understand, you want to call a lucky tap in, this is the most difficult thing to do ever. You're playing the world-class players ever. Not everybody makes these teams, all right? And you're sitting there playing center back, and not anybody can give you that type of quality cross to begin with, all right? And you send the ball in, and any little deflection is going to guide it in the goal, but you still have to be 100% concentrated. That level of the game, 90-plus minutes. People got tired legs out there. The season, just started, but it's coming off of a crappy World Cup and a shortened break, and you're still coming out here and you're performing at this level, guy.
And the kid just moved to one of the biggest clubs in the world.
And then the adjustment period. Like, there's literally been no adjustment period. He's already equaled Zizou's top goal-scoring season for Madrid. And we're 10 games in, right?
I didn't even mention the Camavinga shout for penalty where Araujo literally tackles him down and hugs him on his way down.
And per usual,
La Liga refereeing is
typical La Liga refs, And the Premier League, unfortunately, starting to follow suit, and you're getting all these cheap fouls called left and right. And I don't know what's going on with this game. It's like, bro, let people play. But, I just, all kudos to Ancelotti for moving his pieces the right way. But I just feel like this is just how he does it. He understands the kind of team he has. He can't go out there and win the game in the first 45 minutes, so he waits for the back end. 1-0, being down 1-0 with that quality squad, that's not being down at all. Because you're just one good positioning move from Jude or one good strike away from being back into the game. And, you got Jude and Vinny, you are missing a striker. But as soon as you get that striker, forget about it. It's a wrap. And things are going to look a lot different. That midfield is set. You got the guy there. Get you a proper coach to follow suit. You're going to be seeing Madrid for a long time.
Gone for 2 months now.
It's a given. And they'll survive. They got depth.
Pogba out there with the injuries.
I'll be all right.
Must be a French thing.
Rent free, but you can't criticize Rashford one bit. It's the left.
I just did.
It's the left back's fault. Yeah.
This guy.
You criticize him just to defer the blame. Make it make sense.
Tushmani. Bellingham was asked. He was interviewed during the whole ceremony. So let's just listen into what he had to say.
Fantastic year, your first season at Real Madrid. First of all, a word on the Clásico. That was a pretty good weekend.
Yeah, it was a fun one, wasn't it? Yeah, I was really happy to play in it. Really emotional game for me, watching them as a child. So to play in one and help win one is really special.
Actually, what does it mean for you to play for Real Madrid?
Oh, I still get goosebumps talking about it now. It's the biggest club in the world, and I'm just so proud to wear that shirt.
I asked Gary Lineker a few months ago who would be Ballon d'Or in 5 years. Guess who he said?
Wasn't me, was it? Well, it's very nice of him. For me, it's all about the team awards, but yeah, it's definitely one that you think of when you're a kid.
The kid has it all. He's got the movie star looks, talks the proper way, and loves Real Madrid.
Bruh, if
I've seen one.
If next year this kid, continues this run and everything, but say that next year, let's say Real Madrid wins Champions League on Ancelotti's send-off. They win La Liga, and this kid brings it home, the Euro home for England. There's gonna be no way.
You gotta see who's coaching.
There's a way. There's a way they won't give it to him. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
they'll find a way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, obviously, but yeah, no, the kid's special, and
That'll be the year Haaland wins it, but yeah, Ballon D'Or is.
That's probably true. Yeah, that's what I think is their next poster child. I think
Messi's gonna finger pick who's the next winner. I think Julian Alvarez is next. So
God,
Haaland needs to wait.
By the way, they did show Musiala had a really nice video for Jude Bellingham, and they showed this picture, and this is what Jude had to say.
Wow.
This is what Jude had to say about
England. What are you doing?
Good job, Southgate. Way to ruin another one.
I guess a lot of emotion when you see this picture.
Yeah, I'm more worried about my hair, to be fair. But yeah, no, so classy of him to send the message there and wish me well. And you know, I'm always wishing him the best as well. And he knows how much I love him and how much respect I've got for him.
Don't worry, bruv. He's gonna be with you pretty soon. Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
All right, real quick. Just give me one quick thought. Santi Gimenez in his debut in Champions League, Nets 2. I know it was last week, but we still got to talk about it real quick.
This deserves like 15-minute segment, champ. Hold on now.
Well,
but I'll give you a quick thought, though. I'll give you a quick thought. I mean, did it against Lazio. Italian teams pride themselves on keeping clean sheets. No problem for Santi. This is his Champions League debut, by the way. Scores 2 goals, and not just like any goals, you know, positioning, strength, awareness. The kid looks prime, and you know, credit to JC saying that he should move already to a much bigger club. I still think he should finish out the season Feyenoord, but I think January, when a big team comes calling, I think Feyenoord's going to be, you know, forced to sell. Someone's talking $100 million valuation. I still think that's kind of high.
Very steep.
But again, this is one of the, you know, few Mexicans that has made it outside of Mexico and is actually doing something. You know, the hype is real. This is a proper striker.
In the footsteps of Chicharito.
Whoa, relax. Don't ever say that again.
I knew that.
And you know, shout out to him because this is something he's always dreamed of, and to do it on your debut night in the Champions League, you know, what more can you say about the kid?
JC.
Got a real quick 3-piece for you. Number 1, he's got more Champions League goals than Messi. Number 2, he is who I thought he was. And number 3, Rashford, step up your game, bro. More Champions League games.
That's crazy.
You know, and then Rashford too. So here we go. You know,
look what you had to do. I
didn't post this.
You might as well have.
I'm taking Santi Gimenez 3 times over in this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking who you're building your team around, it's always been the striker, champ. Like that's a no-brainer. I'm picking the striker over the winger.
But there you are putting Rashford on a pedestal. Make it make sense, guy. Make it make sense,
you, bro.
Make it make sense.
Don't start.
There you are. You expose yourself, and you keep trying.
What are we doing? We're doing Premier League predictions because
there you go. Look, let's change the topic.
No, I just want to know how much more I've been right and how much more JC's been wrong.
The only thing you've been right about, and that's the only thing.
Dan and Dave right about players on the logistics of where everybody's at. Just real quick before we do that, let's do what's on social media. Real quick, what do you guys make of this one? It says Santi Gimenez recibe el MVP en la Champions League, tu DN en chinga. It says golazos de a Henry Martín a equipos europeos.
Bro, are they really out here with friendly highlights, or like what are they doing? Do the N really just says, hey, we're all about America, and here's Henry Martin highlights. Like, who asked for them? No one asked for them, bro.
They can make a second division Spanish team, but there they are. Whatever.
Just trash out of my face,
I don't know if you guys heard this on Sky Sports, but Jamie Carragher was asked, and he said Manchester City should be relegated 5 divisions if Everton are handed a 12-point penalty for breaching financial fair play
and this is a Scouser telling you this.
Wow, the Scouser finally says something that makes sense. I'm surprised. But no, obviously, I think if they're found guilty of all those breaches and all those things, what happened to Juventus must happen to them too. Get relegated to the very bottom tier.
Line it up. Line it up. Let's take some trophies from these bums. Come on, line it up.
Fifth division is considered non-league football, by the way. So they'd be a non-league team. And I think that's more than fair because you're always handing out suspensions to other teams or deducting points or, whatever have you. But Man City is immune to all that. Why? Because Pep's there. Once Pep leaves and, you're going to start handing out these things. Come on. Get real.
What do you guys make of this? Man U fan is asking for Xavi Simons.
Yeah, I'm cool. I don't want that.
JC?
Come on, Trey. You're better than that, bro.
I don't know if you guys heard what happened the other day, but Tata Martino was asked by a member of I don't know who.
I'm gonna go win a game. He's only gone up one place
maybe.
in the table.
But a reporter got under his skin and asked him, "Hey, like you were brought in to move up and make the playoffs. You guys didn't make it. Oh, and by the way that listen to this second question. He asked two questions. Here's the second question.
En México dicen que juega mejor el equipo mexicano con Jimmy Lozano que usted. ¿Cuál es su...?
Pero vino con todo, con los tapones de punto usted esta noche. Bien. Usted es mexicano, ¿no? No. Bueno, si juega mejor, bienvenido sea, porque significa que ha sido para bien. Y por supuesto que las comparaciones no sé si habría que hacerlas. En realidad lo que hay que hacer es apoyar este proceso que ha empezado.
What do you guys make of
I mean,
of course he's got no answers. He robbed them for a bunch of money and then he gave the World Cup to Messi. Like, come on, man.
Guy refused to start Santi because he's mad that he chose Mexico or Argentina. But
Henry Martin was there though.
Funes Mori was there.
Yeah.
Well, I got some other quick ones for you guys. They asked which front three was more scarier: Benzema, Bale, Ronaldo, Neymar, Messi, Suarez. So, this account named Noodle Vinny. If it's the UCL knockout, I'll take the BBC. If it's a bar at home, I'll take MSN.
I'll take SN as equally as vicious as BBC.
Let's put this into perspective, right? MSN at their peak won one Champions League, right? This is their peak. These guys won back to back Champions Leagues. So there's levels to it.
And the R had won one in another.
Let's find out how Barcelona fans.
He won one in with Manchester United, and then B won one with everybody, with both Bale and Ronaldo gone. He did it with the youngsters. I mean,
come on now. There's levels to it. Come on
now. What do you guys make of what this guy had to say? Let's see. Here we go.
Toni Kroos for me is one of the most slept-on players of all time.
I agree with that.
Speak your shit. When you talk about consistency, when you talk about
sleeping on Kroos.
Like Bayern. Yes. Went to Real Madrid and said, how many more Champions League can I collect? Chat to them. Yes. How many league titles can I win? Bring me them. Yes. You talk about World Cup, Germany. I'm there. One of the best players. You tell me one bad season Toni Kroos has had. You tell me, even in his down years when they're telling him his legs are gone, I'm still the main man stringing.
No, I don't.
With the young bucks running around.
I don't dispute.
Yeah, I mean, to say he's underrated and unappreciated, I wouldn't say all that. I mean,
get me watching.
The guy's class. I did like their energy though on that podcast. You know, but I would say that Toni Kroos, his Copa Mundial shoes or whatever have a lot more history than a couple other clubs out there. I ain't gonna mention names and hurt feelings, but there's something to be said about Toni Kroos. Oh, the fake Ballon D'Or. Okay, let's see.
No, this is El Conejo Perez going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, finally.
Oh.
Too bad they couldn't afford to give a good post. Thank you, guys. Good job,
By the way,
well, not America, by the way. That's why.
Here are the standings for the EPL. Come on, you Spurs. They're one.
You're a believer.
Yeah, Arsenal are number 2. Manchester City is at 3. Liverpool is at 4. Aston Villa is at 5. Dan and Dago's Newcastle is at 6.
No, he's got to make up his mind. Is he Arsenal or you Newcastle fan? I don't know.
Brighton is at 7. Manchester United's at 8. West Ham, Raúl Jimenez. Oh no, what's his name? Edson Alvarez is West Ham at 9.
Huh? But he's playing so well, huh?
And Brentford's at 10.
Yeah, break.
Chelsea's at 11. That's pretty. I mean, they just haven't been able to figure it out, and they lost
crazy
over the weekend. So definitely
Brentford too. That was crazy.
Man United is closer to 16th place than they are to first. So
yeah,
that's disappointing.
But all right, let's go with our EPL predict. Well, your guys' EPL predictions. Like I said, Dan and Dago is working on them. He will have them hopefully by next week. But all right, first one. Fulham at Man United.
Man United need a bounce back win. This is it.
Both of you guys are going
to
Man
United. Gaffer. Let's go United. Need the players to show up.
Brentford at West Ham.
I think Brentford played really well against Chelsea and
keep the streak going.
Got lucky at times because Chelsea could have won that game easily. So I'm gonna say West Ham.
I'll go Brentford.
Okay, Man City at Bournemouth.
Yeah, of course, a gimme game. Yeah.
Sheffield at Wolves.
Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Burnley at Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Man, I think they're going to tie. Crystal Palace has been playing bad lately.
Everton at Brighton.
Yeah, let's go Everton against all odds.
I think Brighton squeaked this one.
Eddie, I think we're going to this one. Newcastle Arsenal.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Got to talk to our friends.
I'm going to say the Gooners.
That's a tough one for me. No Tonali, but I think they'll figure it out. They'll get over it.
No Isaac, no Tonali.
They'll get over the hump. I think they'll figure it out.
No Gabriel Jesus.
They got Eddie.
Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa.
Villa.
You kidding me? Villa.
Like last
Luton
time,
Town at Liverpool.
Oh, Luton Town. Yeah. Liverpool, bro. Luton Town, bro. Stop.
Hey, and you know, I'll be with Luis Diaz, or what's his name? Diaz. His family got kidnapped out in Colombia. That was crazy
shout out
news,
to him.
man.
That's crazy news.
Best of luck out there. That's wild, man. You know.
Monday, interesting matchup. Tottenham at Chelsea. This is going to be interesting. Man,
the Battle of London. London's blue.
I do think Chelsea finally get out of a rut and give Spurs their first loss here. Yeah.
A little bit of a statement win there. London's blue, black.
Your boy's not going to be happy with you, Eddie, over that one.
I'll let him know. He'll be all right.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for checking out another episode of Compas FC. Just to let you guys know, obviously, everything else on Compas on the Beat Network, make sure you guys check out Gilbert and I break down the 4 top games over the weekend. There is no Compas on the Beat this week because we decided to take our bye week this week with everything kind of going on. But make sure you guys check out the preview. The Chargers go to the Jets this Monday night. I will be talking to a Jets reporter, and Dan and Dago and I will break that game down. And then the Rams play the Packers in Green Bay. So
nobody cared about that.
The worst primetime games I've ever seen in my life.
Jets gonna stomp the Chargers.
Not next. Next Sunday, 6:30 a.m. Dolphins.
No,
Chiefs
I'm good.
I'm
not getting up at 6.
Who the hell is waking up for that?
That's right here.
I'm Roger Goodell.
Oh, you waking up because you got to work that day. That's why.
Well, yeah, I have to work. Yeah. But then also that night game is the Bills at the Bengals. That's going to be an interesting one. And then I think the middle game
on
is
one leg. That's not a good game.
The middle one is Cowboys and Joe Burrow's healthy again.
Hey, tell Gilberto them Cowboys ain't it, bro. Like,
Cowboys Cowboys at
Night.
Eagles at 1 p.m. It's going to be an interesting game as
More
well.
trash.
Battle of the interceptions. Watch out.
Yeah, here we go. Two
But
fraud quarterbacks.
but make sure you check out everything else on Gombas on the Beat Network. We appreciate you guys so much for joining us. We will be back next week, and hopefully Dan and Dago will have the results so we can see how Eddie and JC are doing when it comes to their EPL standings. And JC, Rashford hat trick loading for this weekend?
What, in practice or something? When like a hat trick Instagram post because he doesn't play football. Like,
we appreciate you guys so much. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you guys, and we will be back next week. Don't forget, be a compa, tell a compa, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.